loads to go at.
Mate, loads to go at. You know, some big game tonight. Man United won again against Leicester, 1-0. Decent performance from them. A little bit sloppy in the final third, but got the win. 3 on the bounce from Man United. Are we talking about them now being back in business? A team that you can challenge top 4?
I think what we've learnt this season is that other than Arsenal and Manchester City, and so they even throw Brighton in there, there's been some strange results, hasn't there? It's been a very unpredictable start. The only thing you can predict is that City would be picking up the points where they are, and Haaland would be scoring loads of goals. That's probably the only thing. I don't think anyone would predict that Arsenal will be doing as well as they are. No one would predict that Manchester United did exactly what they did, but they're starting to look a little bit more like a team.
Yeah.
That performance against Brentford, and it wasn't that long ago, mate, that was nothing like a team, and he got a lot of things wrong. They're just starting to go through the gears. I wouldn't say they're particularly impressive, but they're getting the job done, you know, and keeping clean sheets. Getting the win over Liverpool was huge.
Yeah.
They just go show, Jay, 3 games, and all of a sudden they've gone from bottom of the table. I know it's early, but
now they're above Chelsea.
And now,
3 games ago they was bottom, and now they're above Chelsea.
Well, there you go. Do you know what I mean?
Sums your mob up.
We've not been great. We've not been great, mate. You know, but look, we've got. Well, listen, we've got Fofana through the door. Now that it looks like Aubameyang, which we desperately need a striker.
Yeah, Alex Crook will be keeping us up to date on the Aubameyang that transfer. He'll come in once we get some news on that. But for me, that's a good signing. It's a big signing.
Aubameyang, yeah. Like I said, mate, we needed. It hasn't been done yet, but he's at Stamford Bridge. There's plenty of footage going on social media of him arriving. The will to get the deal done was eventually there from both sides, and the player, which of course you absolutely need. Yeah, I think it's just a formality now, mate, and we'll eventually, hopefully, we'll get him unveiled very, very soon in this show.
What about Brendan, Jace? He's got a bit stale.
Well, they look a bit stale, don't they?
Very stale.
You know, they looked a little bit lost for ideas. You know, stale. Yes, of course, stale. We had this conversation. The word stale was getting used a lot in the green room, and it was. It's something that, and then Rio used it. He said, you know, it's perfect, just the way they look at the moment. There was a lot of boos. They don't really look like scoring. I mean, I saw them at the weekend, right? Chelsea beat with 10 men, and we ain't great at the minute.
No.
You know, that they should have taken something out of that game. Tonight, they just didn't really look like they knew how to hurt Manchester United. I thought United defended well. You know, tell what they've done, United. They're getting bodies back, and they're flooding the box. He's done that very, very well, Ten Hag. When they're out of possession, they're difficult to get any space in and around the box. Leicester can't get Vardy involved at the moment. You know, he's chasing a lot of things down. The build-up plays not quite the way that we've seen Leicester. They look stale.
They do, yeah. I see a picture of a friend of mine who's a Leicester City season ticket holder. He sent me a picture of Vardy walking off the pitch, giving Brendan the look, and it wasn't a good look. Let me tell you. And are we looking at maybe another manager here out the door very soon? Because you know what it's like, Jace. You've been at a club for a long time. You've had great moments. Yeah. All of a sudden, it just starts to go. It just
what was the look? What was the look he gave? What? Give us.
It was.
Go. Give us a. Just describe the look.
It was a
what? What kind of look? What is?
Why are you taking me off?
Is it?
Like, are you having a laugh? Do you know what you're talking about? It was one of them looks, right? The way I look at you, pretty much. Every night.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, that look. I've had to get that look.
I've had enough of you.
I get that look from Roof as soon as I walk in the office. What are you doing here again? and of course they get the boos as well from them. Yeah, boo! I get out of the lift. Boo! Boo! What was the question, mate? What was the question? Sorry.
Is he?
Boom! What was
you
the look?
are a mess.
What was the look?
It was I've had enough. I've had enough of you.
So he's giving Brendan the evils.
He's giving evils out.
Is he?
And he's saying, "Are you winding me up? You're taking me off."
To be fair, he had long enough. He had long enough on the pitch, Vardy, didn't he?
Don't take Vardy off, do you?
Well, they brought Daka on, didn't they? Yeah, they brought Iheanacho and Daka a little bit of fresher legs. I can see why he's done that, but I'd love to hear from Leicester fans because, if you had to say who's the one team that looked like they could stay down there for the rest of the season, it's hard. When there's a little bit of a gap opens up and all of a sudden they're down there and it's hard to get yourself out of it and get yourself up and running.
Yeah.
You kind of, and it's early, of course it is, but right now Leicester, they look a bit stale.
They do. Very much so. Let's go to Mick, who is a Leicester fan. Mick, good evening.
Oh, good evening, boys. How you doing?
Yeah, all right, Mick.
Good, Mick. How are you doing? Because it's not looking good for your team right now.
Well, it's not at the minute, but you've got to take the positives tonight. I mean, like you were saying,
All the
Jason,
positives.
Man United was exceptionally good at the back tonight. They didn't give us anything, but I didn't think it was a poor performance from us personally. I thought we deserved a draw. It just one lacks of concentration at the back. You talk about the game on Saturday. We should have got something there as well. So we're not getting hammered by these teams.
Mick.
Yeah.
You're bottom of the table.
Yeah, I know.
You're bottom.
Yeah, but if we
There's no positives to take out of this.
Jamie.
Oh, let him.
Jamie, these fans, some of these fans down here, they're an absolute joke, right? I'll tell you now, some of them were booing at half-time. There were a few booing at the end. And these are the same fans, when we played Norwich at the end of last season, it was 0-0 at half-time when they were booing. If we all stick together, right, the only problem with Brendan is he's got to use the squad to its maximum potential. He brings Daka on with 6 minutes to go. That's ridiculous. He's got to bring him after 60 minutes. He's got to use all his 5 substitutes. That squad is good enough. The problem with Brendan, I don't want him to say. I want to keep him because he's been good for this club. He's won us the FA Cup. We've been in Europe 2 years running. The problem with Brendan is he doesn't use his squad to the maximum. He did tonight. He played Samari. Samari was really good, I thought, in midfield. Yeah, we didn't create a lot. 2 set pieces from Dewsbury Hall and Madison, and a worldie from De Gea. Well, it top corner.
Yes.
But you've got to stick together, and that's all. All these things. Oh, sack him, and we ain't got no players. We ain't bringing him in. It's been disrupted a lot with the Fofana situation. This silly transfer window needs to be binned. This needs to be sorted out weeks before the season starts because it's disrupting the clubs who haven't got the money. It's all right for the big boys. They can go around picking who they want from all the other sides who've got the money. But the likes of Leicester at the minute, who haven't obviously got the money and struggling, it's disrupting their entire season, and it's wrong. It's just not right. But if we stick together as a club, as a set of fans, and we've got the players there, we'll get out of this. Not a problem. We just ain't got to panic.
Okay.
And Jason, can I ask you a question?
Go on, mate.
What was your take on the Harvey Barnes goal on the challenge on the keeper on Saturday?
Yeah, it's a bit soft. He's got to be
Very
stronger.
soft, mate. And
yeah.
I'm not sounding. If it was the other way, you boys would have probably got it. The way it is going at the minute, the big boys are getting all the decisions.
We were down. To be fair, we had 10 men for over an hour.
You did.
I know, but I mean, you did have 60 plus minutes to do something about it.
Yeah, but Jason, how many times have we heard you and every other pundit say it, that it's very hard to play against 10 men, and yet all of a sudden we're supposed to beat you?
Well, you've got to get something out of the game. I'm not saying beat us, but you should. You've got to
lose.
You should get something out of it.
Yeah, shouldn't lose.
I mean, look, he's right. It can be hard to play against 10 men at times because you've got something to sit back and. But Chelsea's scored 2 goals.
Yeah, no, it's not good enough.